All right, gang. Boom. Jump scare. Face reveal. This is what I look like. All right. UFC 324 just wrapped up. You might have seen me uploading my live reaction to some shit. I can't actually stream, so I don't know. I thought I'd just record some shit and chuck it up as the fights were happening. UFC 324 just finished. Justin Gaethje is your interim lightweight champion. I was wrong. I was wrong. Hey, I was wrong. What can I say? He proved me wrong. I was picking Paddy. I wasn't expecting Paddy to like steamroll Justin. I thought Paddy would win with high difficulty. But bro, Justin just proved he's still got it for sure. I was saying, even if I was wrong about this prediction, I'm eventually gonna be right because I said it's probably in Justin's best interest to lose this fight. Now listen, for his own health and safety, it was in his best interest to lose this fight because if he lost to Paddy, he probably would have gotten choked out or something like that. That's what I was predicting. And like, yeah, that it would be in a nice, safe, controlled manner. You know, just get choked out, you go to sleep 5 seconds, you wake up, everything's good. The alternative has happened. Justin Gaethje beat the shit out of Paddy Pimblett. So now Ilia Topuria is going to kill Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is going to get put into a fucking casket 6 feet under. His next fight is going to be Ilia. Immediately after, it's like a WWE match, right? Where the fight ends and then somebody runs out from backstage with a steel chair. He's going to fight Ilia Topuria and lose. The Grim Reaper is running out from backstage with a scythe to drag Justin Gaethje to the afterlife, bro. He is going to die against Ilia. So for everybody, I'm looking directly at you down the camera. You, Justin Gaethje fan who wanted him to win this fight, you need to take a good hard look at yourself because look at what you've done now. Look at what's going to happen to your GOAT. But the actual fight itself, to be fair, Paddy stayed true to his word. Scousers don't get knocked out. He was eating bombs in this fight. He was slipping and sliding, falling back into the cage, all sorts of shit. Did not get finished, did not get knocked out. In the first round, he got dropped, and Gaethje had him on the ground, and I'm not going to lie, I thought the fight was done in the first round. I'm glad it went 5, because if it got finished in the first, it would have been very anticlimactic, and in general, this card was pretty shit, in my opinion. If this main event finished in the first round, this probably would have been the worst UFC card I've watched in recent memory, to be honest. But Justin would... Great. He had him in this position where he would have him in a headlock and he'd pull him down to the ground. So Paddy's on one knee or on both his knees. I'm not sure what the... Like, obviously that was part of their game plan. It worked really well. Paddy only shot like one takedown. He was just pretty content to stand there and just get beat up on the feet. And with Paddy, he doesn't look nervous, but he kind of does. I'm not saying that he is nervous. It's just how he walks, how he plot. He's just kind of, It's just how he kind of moves when he fights. During the fight, commentators are saying this could be fight of the year. Really? I wasn't thinking that as the fight was going on, but maybe I'm just hating. You know, I don't know. Side note, this whole Paramount Plus thing fucking sucks. Ads everywhere. Anytime they go back to a corner, ad. Main event, ad. Walkout, ad. But anyway, and the shit was lagging all the time. I almost didn't finish this main event. I almost shut my fucking laptop because the shit just kept lagging and it'd go for 5 seconds and then pause so you get a slideshow with some motion in between. Shit was terrible. But yeah, Justin Justin's your champ, and now he's gonna die. So congratulations. Moving on. What else is on here? Sean O'Malley versus Song Yudong. Not the performance. Sean got the win, but not in the way that he wanted. He did not style out. He did not he showed up, but he didn't like the Sugar Show didn't come into town, bro. Very close fight. I think I had Sean winning the first round. I think that was like the catch round. I think Song Yudong very clearly won the second. Sean very clearly won the third. And so it will come down to the first round. I had Sean winning the first. But you know, they have in the corner, they have like tweets of people giving their live thoughts on the fight. A lot of people had it 2-0, Song Yudong going into the third, or 1-1. So yeah. But I see Sean O'Malley took some tricks out of Peter Yan's bag, the GOAT. You know, he hit him with the Sharingan. He stole his techniques. He hit Yuta's copy technique from JJK. He was elbowing Song Yudong's forearms when he had him up against the cage. So that's what Peter did, and it really fucked up Merab's grip strength and made the takedowns way easier to manage. So good that Sean did that. Sean started to slow down, but he seems to catch a second wind in the third, it seems like. He's gone 25 minutes. We've seen him just beat the shit out of Chito Vera for that amount of time, so I don't think cardio is necessarily an issue unless there's heavy wrestling involved. Song was shooting on him a lot. But it was kind of reminiscent of the Peter Yan fight, which Peter Yan won, by the way. Sean O'Malley did not beat Peter Yan the first time they fought. But it was reminiscent of the fact that it was a close fight, and then Sean catches the second one, lands a big knee up the middle, and like Song's just bleeding out of his mouth. John Anik said, "Your dong is leaking." He's like, "Your dong is leaking a little." I'm like, "What the fuck did you just say into that microphone, John?" Ha! And yeah, Sean's knee was completely red from kneeing Song in the face. I'm not gonna call him your dong. I was calling him Song. But he got the win. That was his first win since the Chito Vera title defense. So I think he's only fought Merab since then, and he lost both of those. But congrats to him. They're for sure gonna push for a Peter Yan rematch. I think Merab should get an instant rematch. Bantamweight GOAT defended the belt a bunch, top 5 fighter all time. Most active champion in recent memory after Adesanya and shit. Tried to defend the belt 4 times in a calendar year. Not even a calendar year, just like 1 year. No, yeah, a calendar year, what am I talking about? So he for sure deserves that over Peter. And Peter said, he obviously called out, Sean said, you know, if they do the Peter Yan and Merab 3, that he's cool for that to happen, and then he wants the Peter Yan rematch, which the UFC will more than happily do, I am sure. Yeah, another thing is that Peter Yan and Merab are 1-1, so it makes sense for them to do a trilogy, and my GOAT Peter is going to whoop Merab again, even worse. Heavyweight fight, Waldo, Cortez Acosta, and Derek Lewis. Derek looked real tired. He looked slow and quite sluggish. Waldo caught him with a quick right hand. I thought it was a jab when I watched it live, and it sat Derek on his ass. To me, watching it live as it happened, it looked like Waldo just jabbed him, and Derek just kind of had enough and was just tired and just accepted defeat. But they showed the replay. It was a right hand. Like, these are heavyweights. What looks like a little tap on the chin or a quick little, you know, not that big of an effect right hand could actually be devastating. These are big boys. A little nothing tap would knock someone the fuck out in real life. So sat Derek on his ass. Waldo just jumped on him and ground and pound. Bomb has been armed. I have 10 minutes to live. I don't know if you heard that beep. And then Derek was just hunched over, just broken or dead rose emoji for like 2 minutes afterwards. Like, damn, bro, you got to get your cardio up, bro. But at this point in his career, who cares, bro? It's Derek Lewis. Like, he's a fun fighter to watch. I didn't actually have a prediction for this. I guess Waldo, because I can see it was easy for me to say that after he won, but I'm just trying to think of what I would have said. I probably would have said Waldo just because Derek Lewis is known to choke and like he'll show up and just knock someone the fuck out and then he'll just kind of choke and lose all of his momentum in his next fight. So whatever. Women's flyweight, Natalia Silva beat Rose Namajunas. Cool. Who gives a fuck? Next one, Arnold Allen and Jean Silva. Best fight on the card. Jean Silva, my second least favorite fighter after Jailton Almeida. Jailton Almeida is a fucking terrorist of the sport and needs to be cut by the UFC. Jean Silva, I fucking hate him, but I can differentiate the personality from the actual fighting skills. Gene Silva is so fucking talented, and he is for sure a future champ. And I'm so glad that Diego Lopez knocked him out, because we would be looking at Alexander Volkanovski versus Gene Silva next weekend if Diego Lopez had never knocked out Gene. And that would be something I would think about for years. You know, Sean Strickland said that there was one time somebody cut him off on the highway and he had his girlfriend in the car with him and she was begging, crying and pleading with him to just not do anything, like just to let it go. And so he did. And he said he thinks about that every day and that really bothers him that he didn't like beat the shit out of that dude. I say that because Gene Silva beating and knocking out Volkanovski for the belt would be the same thing for me. That would really fucking bother me, and I would think about that every day for the next 30 years. So thank fuck Diego Lopez knocked out Gene Silva and averted that. I think Diego's going to beat Volkanovski this time. I picked him last time, and he damn near knocked out Volk. But this time I think he's going to get it done. So the whole point of me saying that, I've actually forgotten. So that's what I was going to say, is that Diego Lopez, he won that first round real handedly against Gene Silva. But I'll be honest, I think his knockout win was kind of a fluke. Or, yeah, like it wasn't a fluke, but it was. Because that second round, Gene Silva came back and he started to take over. He had momentum. He was landing. I'm like, oh, bro, this is going bad. I'm like, fuck, this little runt is gonna beat Diego and get the title shot and beat Volk. But thank God that spinning elbow took him out. In this fight, though, very good fight. Gene Silva seems to have stopped doing the thing. So one of the big reasons I don't like him, every fucking 3 seconds, hey, he wants to touch clay. Fuck out of here, bro. Stop doing that shit. It's so fucking annoying. And he wants to have a big conversation, middle of the cage, bro. You're there to fight. Fucking fight, bro. He didn't do that this fight, thank God. So it was actually pretty good. And then at the end, Arnold Allen was on all fours and Gene Silva jumps on his back, like not jumps on his back in a clinch or something, literally gets on his back, both of his feet, and like jumps off his back. That shit was funny, okay? I hate Gene Silva, but I gotta give it to him. That shit was funny. It was a clip, it was a meme, it was an emote. That was a legendary battle pass emote that he hit on a downed opponent. You know, he was waiting to be revived, and Gene Silva took the opportunity to hit him with a finisher move emote. It was funny as fuck. Yeah, so Gene Silva beats Arnold. Arnold has only ever lost to Max Holloway and Movsar Evloev, which is very, very impressive. And now Gene Silva. So I truly believe that Gene Silva is in the same tier as those fighters. Not Max Holloway. I think Max Holloway is like legendary tier. And in terms of like his overall performance at the moment, bro, like pound for pound, he'd smoke Gene Silva. But I think Gene is in that upper echelon. We can all see it. We all know he's going to get the belt. I think Diego beats Volk next week, and then I think you could do Gene Silva versus Diego too. There's a storyline there, which is probably what the UFC is pushing for as well. Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes got cancelled. That would have been a really good fight for this card. That wasn't on here, so fuck it. Prelims I didn't watch, but Umar beat Figgy like I thought he would. This shit should have been on the main card. I'm just looking at what else is on the prelims. Who gives a shit? Early prelims, who was on here? Bunch of fucking nobodies. Yeah, that's it. Overall thoughts on the card. Shit was trash. I don't know if I'm just hating, but These fights were not good. Sean O'Malley didn't style out and do a big knockout. Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett was a good fight, but as I'm watching it, I was not thinking this shit is like fight of the year. I was like, man, what the fuck is going on? And fuck the female MMA fight. Who cares? Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva was fight of the night. And in summary, Paramount Plus, not off to a good start. Your service is fucking trash. I'm sick of the ads already. Get the fuck out of here. And they yapped. Usually, like, the pay-per-view starts, say today for me, it started at like 1 o'clock. By 1:15, fighters are walking out. It was 1:30 and they were still yapping. I had it on in the background like I was just watching TV. I got my TV like behind me and my laptop's here. So I'm just glancing at the laptop and they had Travis Barker doing some performance for fucking ages. And there's just all these people yapping and shit. Like, fuck off. So not off to the best start, but lucky for us, we got another pay-per-view next week. Literally in 1 week's time. Volk versus Diego, Dan Hooker versus Benoit Saint Denis. We got Fazee versus Rufy, Tai Tuivasa's return, Quillen Salkeld, who I've heard a lot about, but I've never actually seen him fight. Apparently he's really good. So already this card, that card's looking like a banger. So thank fuck it's only a week away. Because to come back from 6 weeks and have a pay-per-view like this wasn't that good, bro. I think it's just because there was a 6-week break. People were just fiending for anything. Know what I mean? What else is coming up? Bunch of bullshit. What's the next pay-per-view? Max Holloway versus Charles. Banger. Alright, so those are my thoughts on this one. This is my first ever face cam video that I've chucked up. Well, actually, I did some live reactions earlier today. I might delete those, I don't know. But this is what I look like. What do you think? Do you think I look cool? Reckon I could pull some bitches in the club, bro? I don't know. Ugly as shit. That's all. Let me know what you thought. Yeah, I've gone over all my thoughts. Fuck it, I need to stop yapping, bro. Video's over. Goodbye.